Attached to this plaque was Guffy's tool choice for active threat response or for portable manual breaching, and it's the Jersey claw. This claw is unique, Janelle. It has history and it's significant. So years ago, we were looking for a man-portable breaching tool. We wanted something that was simple to use and that would actually work. I heard about this tool and reached out to the guy named J.D. Patinsky, who's friends of ours, as he had experience with it and the guys who actually had made it. And the conversation was straightforward. I was like, hey man, does this work? And he's like, yeah bro, it does. And also what's cool is you can stand it on its end at the breach point and it won't get lost. So I contacted John from JT and he sent us one. And I messed with it because I've been a breacher for years, but I really needed to do, I knew I needed to give it to see if it really worked. So I gave it to Guffy to put it to its test. And Guffy could build anything, the house you live in, stuff around this department, people's bathrooms that were on his beat. So he could build stuff, but he could also break anything we gave him to. So I was like, I'm gonna give it to Guffy and see what he thinks about this because he's a subject matter expert in destruction of property. So over the course of a few months, Guffy broke exterior doors, interior doors, outward opening doors, inward opening doors, windows, car doors, padlocks, tires, or whatever he could get his hands on. We used it on training and we started using it in missions. So the final exam came in May 2016. This is when we decided that the rubber met the road. I was on a team, we all were, on a response team for a pre-planned operation. We were on an active or a counter-assault operation in case there was a terrorist incident at one of our big events. We were staged when we had an all units broadcast of an active shooter event over in Northside at a school building. So we were all already packed up and ready to go, so we responded, we were there within minutes. As soon as we got there, we determined we were in a rescue operation. So we had to start moving. We entered the building, knowing it was a school building, and looking at it, it was one that was built during the turn of the 20th century. So it wasn't this modern day construction. It was brick, it was block, it was solid wood doors, steel door frames set in block. We knew somebody was shooting somebody. We'd been told there had been people shot. So we started to go through on an active search to find the guy that was doing this and look for victims. And when we went, we already had our pre-planned assignments because we planned for failure, right? And Guffy was going to be one of our breachers. So we go in there, and he was going to be the primary door key for one of our teams. It was the day we found out what worked and what didn't work. Some stuff works when you're not under a lot of pressure. Some things don't work when you have to open 100, 150 doors. So we moved through. We were fortunate to be able to rescue the lady that had been shot and evacuate other people that had been barricaded in rooms. What was clear and evident that some of our breaching gear was trash, and it didn't work. Guffy had gotten in those doors with this very tool when the other ones were breaking. So he found people and got us in to help these people. And that's the tool he used that day. He's used it on other missions too, but that was probably the most significant one because we had people that were bleeding and had been shot. So afterwards, we always after action our operations. What can we do? What do we do right? What do we do wrong? What can we do better? And Guffy, being the eloquent speaker, when I asked him what he thought about it, said, this effing thing works, the other stuff is trash. That was his professional opinion. And that's how that ended up there because that's the one he used and the one he preferred to use. So long story short, he became our lead breacher. He and John from Jersey Tactical would constantly talk shop and they spoke each other's language. Guffy would create fortified doors and see how much he could do a breach. He was always building it for these guys. He incorporated this tool into our active shooter response for our entire department. We've since have over 100 of these things floating around out there for our guys to use. And he was the lead instructor. And I guess something to talk about his credibility. After Guffy's passing, I called John, who'd done a lot of our breacher training, and said, hey, would you considered Guffy a master breacher. I knew what I thought, but I wanted to talk to somebody else. Without hesitation, he said yes. So that's why it's on there. I'd like to thank you guys coming from Jersey down to see us, to honor Guffy. I want to also present you with something very special, Janelle. If you look in here, that's Guffy's department issued firearm. I want you to know, you have to know that this was coming to you hell or high water. We just had to figure out how to do it, but it was coming. It's been beautifully engraved with our team logo, our motto, and Guffy's name and code number. Please know that we humbly present it to you as a gesture of gratitude for your husband's service and sacrifice. Know that this area, Guffy's Corner, is a monument to your husband and will have a place in our training academy as long as this building stands. Duty bound.
Right.